Bole Bamboi constituency in the Savannah region has been a safe seat for the NDC since 1992. Some of the notable names of the constituency are 4 times MPP parliamentary candidate Alhaji Suleiman Achanso, 2008 MPP parliamentary candidate Otiko Afisa Jaba, the incumbent MP Suleiman Ayusi, and former President John Dramani Mahama. Though the NDC has won in all elections since 1992 with over 4,000 vote difference, the MPP has recorded an appreciable increase in its votes from about 2,000 votes during Kofo's era to about 7,000 in 2016. As former President John Dramani Mahama, a former MP for the constituency, returns on the ticket of the NDC for election 2020, inhabitants of his hometown, Bole, are divided in opinion over his chances. While some celebrate him for massive infrastructure development, others say he performed abysmally. For Alhaji Bibi and his colleagues, the numerous social intervention programs by the MPP government, such as free senior high school, one village, one dam, one district, one warehouse, and other community-specific developmental projects, places President Akufo-Addo above the NDC's John Dramani Mahama. They say they will not just vote for him simply because he is a native of Bole.
2016 hono me was station na bus bi fira kra besia na omo bedwon so omo si ya na omo si amechi ame o se dwama makrum ni na me se o se ai o se o wanimu ana eni na me se anu anu because awo wonu kura hu se hwe aye ha ye de ye hu ha ye hu na de o ye ha man na vote Akufo-Addo me beto abana ma Akufo-Addo Akufo-Addo ba ye no free school no aboa me natko aboa me minua no me manu bi wo ho santi na me pese me sa to abana man wa bembre dampo no me no ye no ko ha ye be kire m bebre.
The Gunjes, we are in Bole here. We've been fighting for a region for a long time. Even when our own father, our own brother was the president, we followed up to now. He didn't see anything. But thank God, this president called Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. He first of all, the first thing he did for us as Gunjes was the region. And I don't think there will be any other decision that anybody can do to be more than the region. Because all the developmental projects we are looking for now is under the region. So far, when we had the region, they are building the regional agric office in Bole here. We heard that they are coming to do a military barracks here as well, a place called Jama. There's a market the same government has been able to do for the people of Bole Bamboi here. Going to Mankuma, there's the same market there. When you go to, what is the name, Mandare, there's a market there. All the villages surrounding Bole here, none of those villages was having network. But due to the effort of this Nana Addo administration, along with only a few of them, that is not having network now.
Some residents, however, challenge these assertions by also listing some developmental projects initiated by John Dramani Mahama and why his comeback will pay off.
The town roads were started by the previous government, but when this government came on power, they stopped all the projects that the previous government started. Yeah, the town will have a road like passing through hospital, Jakala through the hospital, then Mandar Chache roads, even town roads, the areas in town, all the roads were suspended since this government came into power. We'll have a nursing training college in this town, sponsored by the former administration. We have street lights sponsored by what? The formal administration. There are so many achievements. A school, Bole Secondary School, they started a dining hall project, a very big one. But when this government came to power, all those projects were abandoned.
The ex-president and our MP, they drilled a lot of boreholes in the communities in Bole district. And it's like I was one of the drilling team member. I went around all the various communities and we drilled 78 boreholes. And later they were all installed. And then I saw that they have done a very good thing for the communities.
But there are also those who have no interest in voting for any of the presidential candidates.
I had 60,000 there. They paid me 10,000. And later when they came and did they came and asked us to go and fill form for agreement, settlement. So they gave me another 10,000, leaving 40,000. In February 20th, he promised that he's coming to settle all in full. And recently when they came, do you know what they're doing? They are paying those who have not even received some of the money. The full settlement, they say this agreement we have made. So they're not giving you. So how do you deceive me? When you knew the other government couldn't have done the settlement, don't use it to campaign. We are human beings. We understand each other. That is a bad investment. So you don't deceive the populace that you are coming to pay. And you don't pay. Go to Gold Coast. If I show you Gold Coast, my money that is lying in the master, you will run away. Why? What kind of country are we living in? So you know what you can do? It sell them the reality. You don't go, if he pays before maybe December, I'll ask myself, is it a prudent time for them to pay me? Is it that they were not having money? Why is that they are paying me now? So had it been because of election, maybe they wouldn't have paid me. Are you okay? So by then I'll make a decision, either to vote for them or not to vote them out. But as it stands now, for now, I'll tell you that I've made my mind not to vote.
Meanwhile, the MPP's 2020 parliamentary candidate, David Seydema, is optimistic he will snatch the seat from the NDC's Yusuf Suleimana, the incumbent MP.
It's interesting. You see, if you look at the gap and you are to judge the election we are going to have, our election is not always cumulative. Where you will tell me maybe with the gap, the sitting MP is going to be building on whatever that he has gotten. It's not like that. We are going to start at fresh. If they are counting, they will count one for him and count one for me. So it's not a matter of maybe looking at the gap. Who voted for him to get the gap? It's not the electors. So it depends on me to work harder in order to get the electors convinced to vote for me. So with the gap, it's not scaring me. I have been able to study a lot about the constituency. I know everything about the constituency, and I know what to put in place to be able to win this election. That is what I'm telling you with confidence that this election, I, David Seydema, have not come to try. No, I have come to what? To win.
The communications officer for NDC in the constituency, Dramani Bashiru, thinks otherwise.
Honorable Yusuf Suleimana Ore is one of the MPs you can physically point out to his physical progress. Teachers' quarters was built at Konjuguma, but the teacher training college started under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, which is currently abandoned. Yes, so you can speak of that in Konjuguma. It's currently there. If you go to Mandare, you have the library which he supported in making sure that the library became a reality.
You've heard some residents of Bole on why they are for or against the return of former President John Dramani Mahama. But December 7 will be the final decider. For Citi News, I am Anas Seidu reporting.